Mariana Mendes is from Brazil. She was born with a giant facial birthmark called a congenital melanocytic nevus. This large dark mark covers much of the left side of her face. It is very rare and made her look different from most people from the day she was born. As a child, Mariana often noticed people staring at her. Some asked uncomfortable questions, while others made hurtful comments. Even simple activities like going to school or walking in public could become difficult because of the attention she received. Although her birthmark did not stop her from living a normal life, it affected how other people treated her. The biggest challenge Mariana faced was learning to feel confident in a world that often judges people by their appearance. Instead of hiding, she decided to accept herself. She began sharing photos of herself online and later became a fashion model. Her confidence inspired thousands of people around the world who also have visible differences. Today, Mariana uses her platform to encourage others to love themselves just as they are. Her story shows that true beauty is not about having a perfect face. It is about having the courage to be yourself. Zion Clark is an American athlete and motivational speaker. He was born in Ohio, USA, with a rare condition called caudal regression syndrome. This condition prevented the lower half of his body from developing normally, and he was born without legs. Growing up was not easy. Zion spent time in foster care before being adopted by a loving family. Everyday tasks like moving around, going to school, and playing sports required extra effort. Instead of giving up, he trained his upper body until he became incredibly strong. His biggest challenge was proving that his disability did not define him. Many people believed he could never compete in sports, but Zion became a successful wrestler. Later, he also became a wheelchair racer and motivational speaker. His determination inspired millions after his Netflix documentary introduced his story to the world. One of the most inspiring facts about Zion is that he can move faster using only his hands and many people can run. His life reminds us that courage and hard work can overcome incredible obstacles. Gabi Shull is from Missouri, USA. When she was only 9 years old, doctors discovered she had osteosarcoma, a serious type of bone cancer in her leg. To save her life, surgeons performed a rare operation called rotationplasty. During this surgery, the lower part of Gabi's leg was turned around and attached backward. Her ankle now works like a knee joint, allowing her to use a prosthetic leg. At first, many people were surprised by the way her leg looked. Some stared or asked questions, but Jaxon Buell was born in Florida, USA, with an extremely rare condition called microhydranencephaly. His brain was much smaller than normal, and doctors believed he would live only a short time after birth. Because of his condition, Jaxon faced many health challenges. He needed constant medical care and could not develop like other children. Simple activities such as eating, moving, and sleeping often required help from his parents. Even though his body was very small, he responded to voices, smiles, and the love of his family. The biggest challenge for Jaxon and his parents was living with constant uncertainty. Doctors could not predict how long he would survive. His family focused on giving him the happiest life possible instead of worrying about the future. Jaxon lived much longer than doctors first expected and became known around the world as a symbol of hope and love. His story touched millions of people before he passed away in 2020 at the age of 5. Vinicio Riva was an Italian man who lived with a severe form of neurofibromatosis. This genetic condition caused large growths to develop across his face, making him look very different from most people. For many years, Vinicio experienced people staring at him or avoiding him because of his appearance. Everyday life could be difficult because strangers often judged him before getting to know him. Even so, he continued living with kindness and dignity. His biggest challenge was dealing with the reactions of other people instead of the condition itself. In 2013, the world learned his story after Pope Francis warmly embraced him during a public meeting in Vatican City. The touching moment became one of the most famous images of compassion in recent history. That single hug reminded millions of people that every human being deserves love and respect, no matter how they look. Vinicio's story continues to inspire people to see beyond appearances and treat others with kindness. Deepak Paswan was born in the Indian state of Bihar with one of the rarest medical conditions in the world. He had a parasitic twin, which meant that parts of an undeveloped twin remained attached to his body. Deepak was born with 2 extra legs and additional tissue growing from his chest and abdomen. Conditions like this happen only in extremely rare cases during pregnancy, making Deepak's story known around the world. From the day he was born, Deepak's life was very different from that of other children. Walking was difficult because of the extra weight attached to his body. He could not run, play, or move as freely as other children his age. His parents wanted him to have a normal childhood, but they could not afford the expensive medical treatment he needed. Life became even more complicated because of the way people reacted to him. Some villagers believed he was a miracle or even a god because of his unusual appearance. Others simply stared at him with curiosity. Instead of seeing him as a young boy who needed help, many people focused only on how different he looked. This unwanted attention made everyday life challenging for Deepak and his family. The biggest challenge was finding doctors who could safely perform such a difficult operation. After his story appeared in the news, surgeons at a major hospital in Bengaluru carefully planned a complex surgery. The operation lasted for many hours and involved a large team of specialists. Thankfully, the surgery was successful and the parasitic twin was removed. Recovery took time, but the operation gave Deepak the chance to live a much more active life. He could move more comfortably and enjoy many of the simple experiences that had once seemed impossible. Today, Deepak's story is remembered as an incredible example of how modern medicine, skilled surgeons, and the support of caring people can completely transform a person's future.